She said her name was Lily. I hadn't dated anyone in nearly a year when I finally gave in and downloaded Datesure. It was one of those newer apps, sleek, simple, supposedly use behavioral analysis instead of algorithms. I didn't trust it, but I also didn't trust myself to keep being alone. I made a profile, picked a picture I didn't hate, and typed up something sarcastic. Within a day, I matched with her. Lily. Dark hair, pale skin, big green eyes. She looked like a model, but didn't act like one. Her messages were sharp, clever, even strange. Her answers were always a little off, like she was pretending to understand jokes she'd never heard before. But something about her hooked me. She suggested dinner, her idea, Friday night at her place. Looking back, I should have known better. She lived outside the city in one of those gated neighborhoods that looked expensive but hollow. The houses were big, but the streets were empty. Her home was a 2-story colonial style with black shutters and no car in the driveway. When I knocked, she opened the door instantly, no time delay, as if she'd been waiting. "You're early," she said with a crooked smile. "Sorry, should I come back?" No, that just means you're eager. Come in." The first thing I noticed was the smell, not bad, just wrong. Like plastic, like hospital gloves, or bleach and flowers. Lily's place was spotless, not a thing out of place. No personal photos, no clutter, no mail on the counter. It didn't feel like someone lived there. You live alone?" I asked. She nodded. "Always have." I laughed, not sure if she was joking. We sat in the dining room. The table was already set for 2, candles lit, wine poured. "You're very prepared," I said. "I don't like surprises." Dinner was quiet. Lily asked strange questions, not typical date stuff, more like, "Do you sleep with your door locked? What's your blood type? Have you ever lost time, like hours just gone?" I laughed them off, tried to ask questions back. She dodged them or answered with more questions. "You ever have surgery? Have you ever seen something no one believed? Would anyone come looking for you tonight?" That one stuck with me. "Why would you ask that?" I said. "Just making conversation." But her smile didn't match her voice. Halfway through dinner, I realized something. There were no windows in the dining room. In fact, there hadn't been any in the living room either. "Kind of dark in here, huh?" I joked. "I like it that way," she said. "I don't like to be watched." "By who?" "The ones who used to live here." After dinner, she offered a tour. The house seemed bigger than it looked outside, too big. The hallways stretched longer than they should have. The rooms were mostly empty. One was filled wall to wall with mannequins, all different, some missing limbs, one dressed in an exact replica of what I was wearing. "What is this?" "Art," she said. "Preservation. I don't like forgetting." I asked to use the bathroom. She hesitated. Upstairs," she said, "second door." I went upstairs, but there were no signs, no family photos, no mess. The hallway stretched unnaturally long. I opened the second door, but it wasn't a bathroom. It was a room full of jars, hundreds of them on shelves. Inside each jar was a preserved item: fingers, eyes, scraps of paper, pieces of clothing, teeth, all labeled with names and dates. One jar was labeled Elliot 2/18/23. My name. Last year. The jar was empty. I turned to leave. Lily was in the hallway just standing. That room's not for guests," she said softly. "What the hell is all this?" "Memories," she said. "Pieces of who people are. You can't just throw that away." "This is sick. I'm leaving." "You can't." I pushed past her and ran downstairs. Every room was different now. The dining room had become a long, narrow corridor of doors, all closed. The front door was gone. In its place was a mirror, and in the mirror I saw Lily standing behind me, but her reflection was smiling wider than her face would allow. I found stairs going down. I don't know why I took them. I think I thought maybe a back exit. The basement was freezing, and unlike the pristine house above, this place was decaying. Mold on the walls, flickering lights, the scent of formaldehyde. In the center was a metal table. On it, a body covered with a sheet. When I pulled it back, I saw my own face staring up at me, eyes open, mouth sewn shut. On my chest, carved into the skin, was one word: stay. Lily found me. She didn't look human anymore. Her eyes were too large, skin too smooth, movements too deliberate, like she was wearing a costume she hadn't quite figured out. "This is where you're supposed to understand," she said. "Understand what?" "That you came here because you wanted to. You wanted to vanish, to not exist anymore. That's why they send you to me." "Who?" "The ones who make the apps, the ones who feed the algorithm. I don't eat bodies, Elliot. I consume identities." "You're insane." "No, I'm efficient." I don't remember how I got out. Maybe I didn't. One moment she was standing over me. The next, I woke up in my apartment, but everything was off. Photos of me had changed, different clothes, different hairs. My text was gone. No record of Lily, no record of the dinner. My reflection in the mirror smiled before I did. I tried to log back into Dateshare. It didn't exist. No app, no history. Last night I received a notification on my phone. No app, no contract. Just a screen that flashed one sentence: "You're still mine, Elliot." Then my phone died, and from the corner of the room, I heard a voice say, "You left something behind." The end. I'm so glad I don't have to date. Ugh. No thank you, no thank you, no thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's short story. I'm continuing them all month long. Please feel free to go back to day one if you are enjoying these. They are all different. Gearing it for Halloween. Make sure to hit the like button. Please comment something. It does help my video. Hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of this community. Yeah. And with that, my friends, loves.